morning. So today's a really cool meditation centering on the heart chakra, midway point in our series. So quick recap, we started with the root chakra, examining our whether we have a sense of stability, security, safety. That's all at the root chakra. And then we rise up a little bit, we go to the sacral chakra, and that is concerned with our sense of worthiness or abundance and expansion. And then yesterday we focused on the solar plexus, the third chakra, and that is all about power, and vitality and tenacity, very strong chakra. And today we are at the midpoint with the heart chakra. And the heart chakra influences the rest. All of our chakras relate to each other, but the heart chakra really relates strongly and influences those above and those below. So, not surprisingly, heart chakra is love, compassion, understanding, tolerance. So, when out of balance, we feel constricted. We feel literally tightness in the chest, and also emotional. So the heart chakra deals with physical, well, all of the chakras deal with physical and emotional balances, imbalances, physical and emotional. And we know that our emotions directly affect the physiology of the body, and we know that stress affects the physiology of the body. So with the heart chakra, when it is out of balance, it is stressed, it is working hard, it is constricted. There is a sense of us versus them, of separation, not one of openness. When in balance, there is an ease and a quality of openness, that we choose and wish to share qualities of love and kindness and compassion. We wish and choose to share those qualities not just with our family and friends, not just with the people we like, but a strong heart chakra has a strong desire to share those qualities with everyone. So it's kind of tough to do that, to establish that presence when we've experienced difficult times, when we've experienced trauma, when people have betrayed us, when we have experienced abuse. It's not easy. That was my life. I was born into a family of abuse and experienced trauma most of my life. Even as my parents healed, there were still some micro traumas experienced throughout the way. And not just from my family, from other family members, other friends, associates. You know, we can experience great trauma and abuse and disappointments, not just within our family units. We experience them professionally. We experience them in small moments even. When we're really seeing the quality of character right now. When people are under stress, we often see how and who people really are, how they go around about the world, what is really anchoring us. And when we are under stress, it becomes quite clear where we are anchored. So this series is really great because it gives us an opportunity to be quiet, to be kind to ourselves, really, truly be kind to ourselves, and just explore those areas that might need a little lift. So I chose, as I was growing up, it wasn't a hard choice to go, I don't want to be a drug addict. I don't want to be an alcoholic. I don't want to be an abuser. That was easy for me. I also had a good school and great teachers and really strong relationships with aunts and uncles and cousins. All of these helped foster for me a greater sense of stability, a greater sense of self-worth, a greater feeling of love and being loved. But really the rubber hits the road when we grow up. And there are no excuses, because I could go to school and quite rightly be fried or very sad or angry, all of these lower energy levels. No one would blame me for having gone through that or feeling those things at the time. But as we mature, as we grow, as we evolve, if we choose to evolve, we can take those moments, those experiences, and transmute them. We can. We have the opportunity to shift those lower levels of anger, of sadness, of despair, of disappointment, of trauma. We have the opportunity to transmute them through love. And I'm sure it sounds unattainable or goofy or woo-woo, but I'm telling you, what shifted for me was when I chose to look at my parents in love, with love and understanding and kindness. Everything shifted. My heart wasn't as clenched. I wasn't as sad, and it wasn't easy, and it took years for me to get to a place where it was just easy, where when I saw them or heard their voices, I was just delighted. And in that action, in that choice I made to look beyond their own traumas, their own lives, and realize it wasn't about me. They were struggling. I'm not going to excuse it, but there are reasons why people behave the way they do. So for me to literally change that energy, change my perception of my parents, not only allowed me to heal, but it allowed them to heal. And that is big. Breathe. That's how we change the world. By going in, doing the work, choosing to show up every day, regardless of who rains on your parade, who gossips about you, who betrays you, who falls short, who hurts you, who's malicious. Choosing to show up for yourself anyway. It is profound when A, you make that decision, and B, you work towards the expression of that energy, that energetic expression of love, pure love, unconditional love. We have it in us, all of us, that opportunity. So, circling back to the fact that we absolutely know ancient sages and wisdom traditions talk about the way that our thoughts and emotions directly impact our physiology, the health of our body and mind and spirit. And now, modern science is proving that. And we all know, heart attack, stroke, hypertension. Every single doctor will ask what your lifestyle is like. How do you eat? What is your stress level like? What is your home life like? Do you exercise? Do you take care of yourself? All of these things. So about 25 years ago, I was flagged for a heart murmur. And at the time, they were like, oh, it's fine, you're young, don't worry about it. So I was like, all right. And then my doctor retired, and I had a new doctor, and this doctor was concerned about it. And she just kept following it every year at my checkups. And then I had a bit of an incident, went in, got all the testing, and I had a prolapsed valve, mitral valve. And so I saw the diagnostic testing, and it was pretty cool. So it showed my heart, and the technician showed me a healthy heart and my heart. And so the healthy heart is like pumping vigorously, and the valves are working, opening and closing with the pumping of the blood. And my heart was kind of sad. It was like the blood would pump in, and then the valve would like go, and so blood was dropping back into the lower chamber. Not ideal. But unless I had surgery, that was what I was told would just be my normal. So that kept coming up with physicians and specialists, especially after the explosion. And you know what? Intuitively, I just knew I was still holding a lot of sadness. And it all came to light, not surprisingly, after the explosion. I was sad. I was not in good shape. I was in terrible shape. My emotions, my vitality, my brain wasn't functioning well. And yet I stayed with my lifelong practice. At that time had been about 30 years. I stayed with my meditation, and I stayed with my yoga. And I knew that the body can heal if we allow it, if we create the right circumstances. So it's like putting food, what kind of fuel do we put into our bodies? We can't expect to have a healthy skin, nice hair, and strong muscles if we eat junk food and we put poor gas in our tank. We wouldn't do that with a good car, but for some reason we can find ourselves doing that with our bodies. How do we fuel ourselves? So I just really believed in the body's ability to repair. And I knew that if I could settle the incessant chatter of fear-based thoughts and cray-cray emotions, I knew if I could settle the thoughts and the emotions, then the body would take care of itself. So 2 years ago was the first year I had a clear and perfect healthy heart. And I would say about 2 years ago was when I started feeling back again, fully, that I realized that I wasn't concerned anymore about how people viewed me. I treated myself with my thoughts and my emotions. I was much kinder consistently, so that now that is what it is. I don't beat myself up if I have a bad migraine and I'm garbled in thought and kind of like now. A little tough these days, have a migraine again today, but so I'm just choosing to show up in any way that I can and be okay with that. So that's what we are being called to do, to step in, rise up, we have a profound ability to not only change our internal environment, but change. When we make these changes, it affects every single person around us. We heal others. And when I went on this journey, I wasn't expecting to see those beautiful results. And they just sort of flower, they appear. So we must be careful of our thoughts, of our emotions. Being careful to remain open and loving and mindful that we choose to come from our highest qualities of character, especially when it's the most difficult. That's when we have to dig in. That's where the grit comes from. That's what propels us. Making those choices. It's all of these stories of change and transcendence are available to us right now, within our own lives. It's amazing. So here we go into a beautiful heart-centered meditation. And this just allows us to practice, when we have the intention of creating a strong and open heart, we must follow that through with action. So action, sitting down, getting quiet, helping our body to digest emotions, settling. This is a choice. And then that carries on. That energy comes with us throughout the day. We have made this choice. We have made this shift right here. So beautiful people, allow yourselves to get comfortable. Allow the eyes to close if that's available to you. And just allow for a softening of the eyes, of the face and jaw. Have a nice tall spine, open heart. Nothing forced here. Feeling rooted to the earth, noticing the connections of the body through the sit bones, the legs with the chair or your thighs, the feet with the floor, or wrapped within the body. Allow yourself to drop deeper right here, right now. And just bring your awareness to the breath. Allowing the gentle rhythms of the heart to create a natural rhythm within the body and the breath. And just allow for a pause at the top and bottom of each breath. A short breath retention so that at the end of your inhale, pause for a count of 3. And at the end of each exhale, pause for the count of 3. At your own rhythm, at your own pacing. Now allow the breath to return to its normal pacing. And I'm going to have you gently open the eyes for just a moment. I'm going to include a gentle mudra with our mantra meditation. We will be doing first the kriya, and kriyas are a meditative activity that allows for mudras, which is our energetic hand gestures, a breath, and a body movement. So with our first meditation technique, we will be doing a kriya called pranayama, and that is a very calming, soothing, meditative technique. So with each inhale, we will face the palms up and the fingers in a peace sign, if you will. Prana. With each inhale, this is the gesture. With each exhale, the palms face down, and it's like cattle horns. So exhale, apana. So prana, palms up, apana, palms down. So inhaling prana, exhaling apana. So you can once again allow the eyes to close. Finding once again that stillness, staying here. And we can silently repeat the mantra, prana, apana. Prana, our life source rising up. Apana, the rooting and grounding of our life source. Prana, palms up. Apana, palms down. Continue on at your own pacing, silently receiving. You can hold an inward gaze softly at the third eye. with the kriya. Stay with the meditation. And allow the palms to remain open and face down on the thighs or on the knees. Release the mantra. And now bring your awareness to the heart center. We will continue with the mantra, Aham, Prema. With each inhalation, Aham. With each exhalation, Prema. I am love. Aham. Prema. Your own pacing. Silently repeating. Aham. Prema. Stay with the mantra, Aham, Prema, in the heart center. Stay here. Go even deeper and seek out the vibration of the mantra. Feel that vibration. Feel the ease. Feel the softening. With each breath, we transcend. We move away from our lower qualities, lower energetic states. With each breath, with each choice to remain present, we raise our vibration. Aham. Prema. And now you can release the mantra. Bring your left hand to the heart center. Visualize a soft, glowing white light. Feel this light expand throughout the body, reaching every corner, every space. You are that light. And silently recognize your light, your love. And silently repeat, I am love, 3 times. And release the hand back. Just take a moment to witness the shift, to feel the peace that you have created. The peace within our mind, within the body. Within our energy. Peace and love here. Take a nice deep breath through the nose. And a nice big exhale through the mouth. Let's do 2 more. Last time. Draw the belly to the spine. Full exhale. Allow the eyes to gently open. Receiving this space, receiving your space once again. And I invite you throughout the day to be mindful of when the heart might be feeling a little closed, more protective, and choose expansion, choose love, choose love.